already know who it is. It's your boy, Ron Burgundy, Mr. Unapologetically Ignorant. You know the motto, if you're not a part of the solution, you're part of the problem. This ain't the fat mother effer the mess.
You already know who it is. It's your boy, Ron Burgundy, Mr. Unapologetically Ignorant. And you know the motto. If you ain't part of the solution, you part of the problem. This ain't the fat mother effer to mess with. Yeah, we ain't always gonna see eye to eye, but as long as we come together, hit that like button, subscribe and share, we gonna be all right. Today, we're talking about Charlamagne Tha God from the Breakfast Club. This is atrocious. Homie, you did bad, homie. You did bad, homie. Look. So I'm scrolling through Facebook and I see this. Bloop. Right? So I'm like, Facebook be doing, the shenanigans. So let me do my journalistic duties, right? And boop, 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 go talk to ChatGPT. And it comes to find out, yes, in 2001, Charlamagne Tha God was accused of doing nasty things with a 15-year-old girl. In 2002, he copped out to a lesser charge. Something like, allowing her to do something, whatever the case may be. He got 3 years probation. In 2024, this girl went after him for a civil suit. They threw it out because it was too, the time frame was too long. But he was convicted of the crime, cleared of the civil suit. See, yeah, homie. Yeah, y'all make sure you like, subscribe, and share, because we bring you the topics that matter. This is someone in the industry, right, who sits there and makes a living out of correcting other people's behavior, calling out bad behavior, and saying who did bad. Like it's crazy. And you can't get up here and act like your closet ain't dirty, homie. Because now, look, all these years later, it comes out. And it happened in South Carolina, in some small, weird-ass town. That's why he was probably able to suppress it with motions and shit. Like, whatever he did, this is why it didn't get out. But now it's out. And now, you ain't going to have no job, homie. Because the Breakfast Club keep you. What does that say for the whole radio station? Yeah, homie, you can't be. So listen, right? Again, what was you doing with a little ass girl? You niggas is disgusting, bro. For real, homie. You niggas that play with little girls, homie, and then get your charges, do your time, and think that shit is gonna just disappear? No. That shit stays on your record. You niggas was playing with children, homie. I hope that everywhere you go, somebody punches you in the mouth now. Yeah, I really do hope so. You see what I'm saying? I'm not asking no one to do it, but I hope that you just get punched in the mouth by a random person for what you did. And it's not like you were accused, cleared of it. No, you copped out. They gave you an option, whatever your lawyer paid for it to happen. Money talks bullshit, marathons. And you was able to do what you did and get around the shenanigans. You should have been, they should have put you in jail, homie. Yeah, you should have been put in jail, one of them labels on your fucking card, so when you go to the cell block, they crack your scalp. Yeah, there wouldn't have been no Charlamagne Tha God. There wouldn't have been none of that shit if you would have held the same consequences as everybody else. That's crazy, homie. And you got the nerve to sit up here and talk bad about everybody else. You did really bad, homie, and we don't want to hear nothing from you no more. New York don't want to hear nothing from you. Yeah, get the fuck up out of here. For real, you playing with children, homie. Yeah, like I said, man, you can tell, you can fucking do drugs, you can steal, you can play with a boy. I don't care about none of that. But when you play with children and women, then I can't fuck with you. I can't rock with you, homie. And I just got to say something about it because I don't approve of things like that. And I want my audience to know that, listen, man, don't look up to these false prophets and idols, man. Everybody is human. You see what I'm saying? These people on the internet and in the social media world, and these are not the people to look up to. You see what I'm saying? These are look up to the mailman that you've seen in your fucking neighborhood for 20 years delivering mail. He was delivering the SSI checks back to mama back in the day. He used to give it to us earlier if we went down the block and asked for the mail earlier. Y'all don't remember that? Those are the people we should be promoting up here. You see what I'm saying? We don't care about these entertainers, these rappers and shit like that. Like, come on, man. Come on. We've never been a community focused on what we saw on the TV. You see what I'm saying? Back in the day, we was only supposed to allowed to watch TV for a certain amount of hours. You see what I'm saying? Now we wonder why our parents did that. Why they made us close our eyes or turn our head or leave the room when a bad part came on. You see what I'm saying? Come on, man. I just want to take it back to that day where them kids at that age where I was at didn't have to feel like they had to be cool. In order to be cool, they had to join the gang. If they wanted to be cool, they had to do bad stuff so people would fear them or think they were cool because they had this or they did this. Nah, homie, I just want to go back to being that regular kid. I want that regular kid in school to be like, yo, it's okay to be regular. I don't want to be like them niggas. Them niggas go through it. Yeah, I don't want to be like them people. Yeah, homie, you can get to your goal without having to cross the street. This is why they design crosswalks. Yeah, you don't have to jaywalk. That's a fact. You see what I'm saying? Everybody don't have to go and jaywalk in order to make it to the destination. If you just hold out a little bit more, walk up a couple more feet, I promise you there's a crosswalk, there's a bridge for you to get to your destination. That's just how it goes, man. Sometimes the straightest point is not always the shortest point. You see what I'm saying? Y'all already know what it is. Now, we want to see what the Breakfast Club says now. Breakfast Club, we want to know what you people stand for. Is Charlamagne Tha God still going to have a job after this video's dropped and he goes viral? Let me know. Y'all stay tuned. We got way more content. Y'all want y'all to go tap in. Yo, there's so many podcasts in Long Island right now. The boys is working hard. You got the Belford brothers. This wasn't rehearsed. You got Ross Smurf, shot it out. Y'all stay tuned. I'm going to have him on the show later this week. We got a great topic to talk about. Man, we showing you guys growth and development on levels that no one's ever seen it. You see what I'm saying? We can have fun, talk about these entertainers. That's what I do. I clown entertainers. In real life, I sit down with real people and have real conversations so that two people who have two different ideas can come together and show people that just because you think this and you think this, it don't mean that y'all can't find common ground and understand in one point of view. Perception is 9 tenths of understanding. My view is not going to always be the same as someone else's view. But this is what growth and this is what doing the bad things has taught us, how to speak to one another, how to sit down and really create good content for people to look back and say, yo, your brother's got a point. Yo, we doing big things out here, man. It's bigger than that. And I just want to make it clear so nobody understands. I'm not trying to save nobody. I'm trying to save myself, balance my karma. I'm just documenting the journey so you people can actually see. And hopefully, if you want to take the same path or similar path to find where you're supposed to be in life, that's what it's about, man. I can lead a horse to water. I can't make him drink. I'm not here to force it down your throat. If you pick it up, you pick it up, man. As long as it gets me where I'm supposed to go, everything else comes second. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. It's your boy, Ron Burgundy, Mr. Unapologetically Ignorant. And you know the motto. If you ain't a part of the solution, you're part of the problem. This ain't the fat mother effer to mess with. Yeah, we ain't always going to see eye to eye, but as long as we come together, hit that like button, subscribe, and share, we going to be all right. You already know what it is, man. Stay tuned. We working.
I done ran the streets, been in jail. I really lived a crazy life. Been rich, been poor.